Good morning, my friends, and welcome to my little walk through a Ford Green Nature Reserve, and Whitfield Country Park, including Chatley Whitfield Colliery. So as you've just seen, I'm going to try and keep the vlogs to a minimum and do mostly videography and add some text where necessary. I am going to have to talk obviously about the colliery, but that's way down the line. It's currently, I had a terrible night's sleep. It only went down to 18 degrees. It's 5:36 in the morning, so those early starters are getting ready. Car park's pretty empty, but even the car park's beautiful. As you know, I'm not up on my, well, I know we've got some big daisies, but I can't tell you the names of the other flowers. But yeah, even the car park's beautiful. And then, better angle, that's better. And then you don't have to walk, in fact, we'll get this way. There's so many trails. I walked through a trail the other day that I had never walked through. And as you guys know, I've been coming here for over a decade now. And there's still little paths I've not walked, so I have come the long way because I wanted to show you Ford Green Hall, but this is where I've had some of my best ever sunset shots. And depending on the weather later, might try and get one today, see how much we can do. But we shall head this way. And this is a little longer intro than I planned on doing, but it's early in the morning when you see the parakeets. Now, I've only seen the parakeets once. I actually didn't believe that there were any here until I saw one. I couldn't believe it. So, fingers crossed, we might see one. So anyway, I'm going to bring you, I've got the drone with me. And I'll bring you back at interesting, beautiful places. See you in a bit. So guys, just behind those trees is the main fishing pool, the big one. And I do want to capture it, and I will capture it, but there's always, and I mean always, serious fishermen there. They've got the bivvies, they've got the bite alarms, they're there for the big carp, and it just doesn't feel right to go and film right now, because this is the time when the fish are waking up, you know, 6 a.m. This is prime time for a fisherman. So I need to come and do that, possibly for a sunset, or around sunset. Is always a nice, because yeah, the sun does shine down onto the lake. So yeah, it is beautiful, and you will see it. I'll do a little zoom in from when we're up on Sunset Hill, aka the spoil heap. But for now, yeah, we're giving it a miss. And I just also wanted to add, the sun, yeah, I was awake, or just about, tossing and turning when the sun rose. I mean, I was awake half an hour before, but I kept trying to get back to sleep, but just couldn't do it in this heat. But I also have this app called Alpenglow, and it tells you if it's likely to be a good sunset, an average one, and it said fair. So I thought, that's not, yeah, it was below average, let's just say that. So I thought, let's leave it till a little bit later, and then we'll get some long shadows as the sun does rise. So that's another reason for doing it at this time. Well guys, the sun is just there, but it's making me want to say something I never thought I'd say. It's making Chell Heath look all rather beautiful, and you can see, I'll zoom you in, and then in post I'll point it out. So you can see that lump in the centre of the screen. Well, it's in the centre now. That's another spoil heap from the coal mining days. I'm currently climbing this one. I don't know exactly how many there are in Stoke-on-Trent, but there are a few. I have climbed that one. Trust me, it's a lot more difficult to climb than this one. But this was with me DJI Neo. I got fantastic views over Hanley, which is the city centre for Stoke. Yes, Stoke isn't our city centre. Stoke has 6 towns that all came together to form a city, and the cathedral is in Stoke. I've said this before, but I really should do a documentary on the different towns of Stoke and how it all came together and whatnot, and the history of the pot banks and whatnot. But yeah, that's for another day. But we have a few spoil heaps. But yeah, that one, I'd be willing to climb again with me Mini, because yes, you can't fly over lots of people, and I would never do that anyway. But with the zoom on the Mini, I wouldn't need to. So I'd just have to prepare myself for one hell of a steep climb. It really is like climbing a mountain, and a difficult mountain at that. It's short, but like this one, we're getting downhill again. We've just gone downhill and then gone uphill, and now we're getting downhill again. But we have got the final push. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing it this week. We've got temperatures of 32 today, so I'll leave it for another week. But yeah, that's a good idea. And the one good thing with having really high temperatures is no wind, or very little wind, so lots of droning, which makes Pete happy boy. But my friends, the better view in your look. I know the mic's kicked in, so sound might have been a bit weird there, but yeah, this is the better view by a country mile. I'm just getting you in a better position. So I'll walk to the centre and then I'll point things out. And I will, and I mean I will, get a zoomed in video on my phone of Chatley Whitfield, and I will upload it. I know I say these things all the time, and then when it comes to editing, because I'm doing a lot of editing on my phone these days, so you have to clear space, and yeah, but anyway. The reason I've climbed here is to take my drone over this magnificent Chatley Whitfield, and then over there you got Mount Cop, and there's a little hill over there. That's pretty much where my secret camp is. So I am glad I've got this to myself. Whether I'll have it to myself for long, I don't know. But yeah, you can get a quick flight in. There is a bit of wind, but it's negligible compared to what we have been having. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okie doke, guys. Oh, I forgot my sunglasses, didn't I? It's always amazing how many. I hope you can see the colliery behind me. I've tried to position you in such a way. Maybe tilt you down a wee bit. But yeah, I've just had, that was wonderful. I mean, just 15 metres up, and I'm going to have to look up how high this is. I bet it's a good 30 metres. So I've just took it up to, I've just had fun flying my drone above everything else. I only had to watch this tower, which is no issue at all. And you've got nothing to worry about because my Mini 3 has no obstacle avoidance like the Neo 2, which I'm about to buy or on the verge of buying. Can't wait to get that. That'll be my little vlog drone. But yeah, I got some new shots of Chatley Whitfield coming in this way. I got some shots heading over towards Mile Cop, which I've never done before. Heading over towards Stoke. Yeah, and you can do it all on one battery. When your battery lasts, well, I know that DJI say 38 minutes in perfect conditions, but I bet these aren't far off perfect conditions. There's no wind, and I'm 30 metres up as it is. And like I say, no obstacles. Some trees over there, but as long as you're 15 metres up from here, you're not going to hit anything. That was just one of the joyous flights. And then I had a few people come up on the early morning hikes before work, and they all show a bit of, well, I had one grumpy old sod because I said morning, but everybody else was all dead friendly like, and some were asking about the drone, and yeah, that was wonderful. It's rare when you've got a drone that doesn't have obstacle avoidance, it's rare that you can fly with such freedom. So that was wonderful. Yeah, that's made having a bad night, and getting up early wasn't an issue. Just struggled to get to sleep with the heat, but that more than made up for it. Right, now though, we've got the steps of doom. But we got some magical views. So yeah, it's just from I can't see because of the sun, but yeah, that's the way I've got to go. Well, I haven't got to go, but it's the way I'm going. Get some great views of the colliery. I'll take some phone pictures because it's probably better and easier. Yeah, I am absolutely buzzing after that flight. Yeah, brilliant. I'm going to have to come up here more often at 4 or 5 a.m, especially summer. Try and get up here for sunrise because you might actually see sunrise from up here. So yeah, early mornings. Anyway. Right guys, this is going to look pretty crap on here, but I promise I'll get some phone pictures and video, but let me zoom you in. I'm going to have to zoom you in. You can just see those two, I don't know, I still don't know what they're called, but poking out above the trees with the sun hitting them. That's rather spectacular. I'm about halfway down the steps of doom, by the way. But yeah, they are. Let me just bring you back. Yeah, they are rough steps, but they're all pointing at that. So I can't look at that while I'm filming. Otherwise I'd go head over you know what. Oh, hang on, I can't, I need to go back up, get them photos and a video. Right. So here you get two options. You can carry on that way, which is the way to the world's smallest fishing pool. And you also get another cracking view of Chatley Whitfield. We're not going that way today because I want to show you all of Ford Green Nature Reserve and Whitfield Country Park, and this is Whitfield Country Park that we're in. I really should have brought my sunglasses, but it's a shame, but they have brought out a couple of don't ask me what that was, but it was something to do with the old mining. I'll quickly zoom you in. If you know what that was, anybody, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, when I take you towards the world's smallest fishing pond, I doubt it is, but I like to call it that because it is ridiculously tiny, and I need to fish it now. We're in the height of summer. This is where I like me lazy Sundays, sat putting a maggot on a hook. No, well, I do use maggots, but I mainly use corn. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I want to show you all of it, and I don't think I've ever, even in my past little walk arounds, taken you down this path. So that path there takes you back up the Spoil Heap or Sunset Hill. So we've just come down, so we don't want to go back up. So we're taking this path, and I'll bring you back in a bit. Change of plan. Because I want to show you the fishing pool in all its glory, I'm going to take you back on the main path. So this is what you've seen me come across on my scooter, on my e-scooter many a time. well concreted path. And this, I know I've said this on numerous occasions, but this runs from Congleton, well, not deep in Cheshire, it's actually on the edge of Cheshire, but it runs from Congleton. That's a good 5 miles through into Biddulph, through Biddulph. Then it goes through the open cast mine that I've talked about and done a few little videos. I need to do a specific video on that because I'm not happy about certain things there. But yeah, then goes through the open cast. Then it comes through here, and it's a good 3 miles. Oh well, no, maybe that's pushing it. 2.5 miles, I'd say, from where that bridge is, the Chatley Whitfield roundabout, which is where you start here, to where I started this video at Ford Green Hall. Well, that's a good 2.5 miles, and then carries on through the bottom of Sneed. Oh, these towns won't mean anything to you. Sneed Green. Then it actually does finish with a bit of rail line in Northwood. Northwood, yeah, I think that's what it's called. But you can then carry on. Then it meets the canal, and that's what it was all about. Shipping things to the canal, so industry could move stuff, basically. But there's actually a path that carries on, and if you follow it all the way, it takes you into the city centre. It takes you the long way round, and I've never done it myself. Maybe it's one to do sometime, but yeah. But it is good. It really is good for getting about without having to worry about road traffic. If you're on a bike, if you're walking, if you're on an e-scooter. So yeah, so just something I thought, yeah. So there's not a great deal to show you on this main path, but anything interesting, I'll show you. I'll bring you back for it. So this is one thing that you will find. I mean, at least they've put it on. I mean, someone's air fryer or deep fat fryer. I think it's an air fryer. They can't fit it in that bin, so they've left it on that. Because I was going to have a moan about the litter. I mean, like I've said many a time, we are sandwiched between, this is sandwiched between two big council estates, so. But because of that, it means I'll be able to take you through the evergreen woods, because that's the teenagers that are always in there, but I doubt they'll be in there at 7 AM. Just wondering if I've missed my path. I think I have, actually. It's because I rarely come through here, because there's always there's dew on the grass. It's right, I'm wearing shorts, guys. It's good, isn't it, when you can come out at 5 AM in shorts and a t-shirt. Oh! I love the people be moaning later, oh, it's too hot. It's too hot. This country is a cold country, so enjoy it. It's too hot. Stay in, get some air conditioning. Yeah, you won't get me moaning. I'll admit, we don't get much dry heat, you know, and a lot of you will know I've spent if you add it all up, all my trips to Mexico, it's probably not far off a year, so I'm used to heat. And most of the time they have dry heat. around September, hurricane season. It's the humid heat, and that is horrible. You get out the shower, you dry yourself, and then you're ready for another shower. So let's enter the evergreen wood. Now there'll be fire scorches on the ground, I guarantee you. And there'll be litter as well. Or I might be pleasantly surprised. See, this is where they normally are. Guarantee you there was drugs of some kind in that bag. Wow. Oh, I am surprised. I'm guessing because there is a team of park rangers, I guess you'd call them, who work here, who empty the bins. I'm guessing they were here yesterday clearing it up, because otherwise that would have been full of litter. But I didn't see any scorched ground neither, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah. And it just takes us off. The main drag's just down there. When I say the main drag, for anyone who doesn't understand what I mean, I think most of you English folk will, the main path. It's slang we use, we say, or I say, the main drag, the main road, the main path. Anyway, I'm doing what I'm good at, rambling. I'll bring you back in a bit. My mate Andy, who you've seen on a few occasions, he's got himself quite a number of trail cams. I'd love just one or two and strap them to a tree somewhere in here in the nature reserve rather than Whitfield Valley. And crikey, I'd love to see what we capture during the night. All sorts, I imagine. You name it. I might look into getting myself one. There's just too much I want. But yeah, this is a nature reserve. This is for animals. And I've just heard a load of rustling in the bushes, which is why I'm doing this little piece to camera now. Yeah, that'd be very, very interesting. I'll look into seeing how much they are on Amazon. So I'm currently 2/3 of the way through what we call the Green Mile, because you've just got overhanging trees. It's nowhere near a mile, but that's what it's called. I've stopped here because the amount of entrances to this nature reserve, I dread to think, probably close to 40. I bet between 40 and 50. I'm not joking. That's why it's so accessible to me. If I came the normal way, I'd never show you my normal way because I don't want to give away where I live. But yeah, there's another. So yeah, we just walked past two in what, less than a minute. So I've also started recording here because we're going to do something a little different. So I'm going to show you where well, I set up for this video, so take a left here into the glorious sunshine. But if you see that path, that's the main road that is, that heads into, well, towards Stoke really. But about 2 hours ago, that's where I got set up, got my mic on and everything in place. And then just behind these trees is Ford Green Hall, again where we started. And now we have to make our way through these, I'm not going to call them beauties because, well, the chicks are, these guys are. Look at these. See if we can get. Yeah, the chicks are lovely, but the geese, they can be quite nasty. I mean, normally they don't bother, but yeah, this is a normal walkthrough. And yeah, there are your two main benches to look at over the lake. Apparently, this is the one lake you can't fish, but because I'm in the local Facebook group, apparently someone was caught fishing. And I imagine, I've just kicked a bottle, I'll put that in the bin, because there's a bin literally a couple of meters away. But yeah, I imagine there is some big fish in here. But it's the main, let me grab this bottle. This is the main nature reserve. Like, I can't believe someone had the balls to even try. I'm glad they got caught. See, and why leave a bottle there when there's a bin there? Oh, it winds me up. I can't believe I've nearly gone through a battery. I thought I'd just be doing a few clips, and I did not expect to do so many vlogs. Probably just wanted to have a good chat. I don't know. But yeah, we should have enough battery because I haven't brought any spares with me. Just to get back to kind of where we started. I mean, we are there, so I'll bring you back there. And here we are. Someone's got a nasty cough, but yeah, a few more cars in the car park now. Still pretty quiet considering this gets very busy. Again, I'm taking this path, but only because it's my route home. Because we are at the end of this little wonder. Didn't quite get what I hoped to get with the sunrise, but not far off. And I'll bring you back in a minute. So guys, I've just had a chance encounter. So the guy there throwing the bird feed in, he runs our local, well, the nature reserves Facebook group, and we've spoken online, but we've never spoken in person. So we're just chatting for about 20 minutes. It was a pleasure. I've got to go, but I've had to cross this bridge, and then it's just a simple. That really was a pleasure meeting him. I've spoke to him online loads of times, and I always thought it was him. but I was never sure, but now I am. But yeah, this is where, sadly, the journey comes to an end, because I'm sure you can see the cars passing as we head out of the nature reserve and back to reality, because I've got a busy day. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, means the world to me. It really does. Appreciate it so much, and I will see you all with a tent, or who knows.